Hey cake lovers, so do cake makers make their own birthday cake? Well, I do. So in this video I'm going to take you through the process of making my birthday cake. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Denise. I'm a cake baker and decorator, and on this channel I talk about the good and the bad of the cake industry, as well as hints, tips, tricks and some tutorials. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you hit the subscribe button. So as I'm making this video, I'm actually recording this video on the 20th of February, which is 2 days before my birthday being the 22nd of February. And at this time, we're still currently in lockdown, so lockdown birthday. When it comes to making cakes for their own birthdays, cake makers I think fall into two camps. You have the one camp where there's cake makers who are surrounded by cake all the time and they have no interest whatsoever in having a birthday cake for their own birthday, so they normally don't have a birthday cake at all, or they might have something savoury. And then there's the other camp, which is what I fall into, who every year do make a cake for their birthday. Now normally I make a fancy-ish cake, but this year I wasn't going to. I was going to make my favourite cake in the world, which isn't even cake, which is banana bread. But I decided, you know what, it's a lockdown birthday, let me go a little bit fancy. So what I decided to do was do a Victoria sponge, but with a bit of a twist. So what is the twist, I hear you cry? Well, instead of using strawberry or raspberry jam, I'm using blackcurrant jam, and the reason I'm doing that is simply because the date's coming up and I try not to waste stuff. So that's the only reason why. When it comes to the cream aspect, I'm using cream which is traditional in Victoria sponge, but I'm actually going to dye the cream purple. I've never dyed double cream and whipped it up and used it, so we'll see how it turns out. Purple being because purple is my favorite color. And in terms of decoration, normally with Victoria sponge you use strawberries, I guess are the traditional fruit, but I decided to use cherries. I got these cherries from Aldi. I know it's not really cherry season, but they actually taste not too bad. So let's get started. So in this bowl here, I'm going to be whipping up my double cream. So that's me pouring a double cream into the bowl, and then I pour a little bit extra because I think, oh, maybe that's not enough. It actually was enough, but hey, there you go. The next thing I'm going to do is put about a tablespoon of icing sugar, just to help with the sweetness, because double cream doesn't have any sweetness to it unless you add sugar to it. I'm now going to put in the purple gel food colouring. You only need a little bit. I actually think I put too much in here, but I was struggling to get the gel out of the tube. And then the next step is to whisk. Now I'm using a manual whisk, but you can obviously use your stand mixer or your electric hand mixer, but sometimes I like to do things old school. So now I'll whisk this up until it gets thick and it has soft peaks. Okay, so now's the time to put the cake together. So here's the first layer, and that's the whipped cream. See how thick it is? So I'm just going to pipe a border in. Now the main reason for piping a border in is to keep in any filling that you get in the middle. It ensures that it doesn't spill out from the cake. So I pipe my border with whipped cream. And now what I'm going to do now is fill it in with the blackcurrant jam. So just piling it up here in the middle. I'm using a spoon. You can use the offset spatula. That's probably the proper tool to use, but a spoon will do just as well. So I'm just making sure that it's spread out evenly and that it doesn't go over the edge of the border. right up to the edge is fine. Now I'm putting on the top layer because this is just a 2-layer cake. Make sure it's on there centered. And I'm now putting on more blackcurrant jam. Now I don't normally put more jam on the top layer, but as I've already said, I need to use up this jam. So it's jam in the middle and jam on the top. So I'm just trying to keep this in the middle. Spread it in a rough kind of circle. That. I'm now gonna pipe a border. I mean, I could have piped the border first and then put in the jam, but I didn't. I think because it's the top layer, I just decided to do it the other way. So it's a kind of, I don't know if it's ropey type border. The tip I'm using here is, I think it's a 1M tip by Gem, I think. So I'm actually refilling my bag here, that's why there's a bit of a pause. No action here. There you go. So I'm just continuing it around the edge of camera, all the way around. A little bit I missed there. So that's the top done. I'm now putting on the cherries. Like I said earlier, I decided to use cherries instead of strawberries because, you know, why not? So they're just going around the edge on top of the whipped cream. The cream actually turned out quite a nice colour. It's more lilac-y. I thought it'd be darker, but yeah, I'm happy with how the colour came out. Putting on some more cherries. And then some sprinkles. Now looking back, I don't know there was any point in me putting on sprinkles because, to be honest, you can't really see them, but you know, I thought why not? It's my birthday. I'm gonna be the one who's gonna be eating most of this cake, so bit of sprinkles, it's okay. More sprinkles, more sprinkles. And then I decided that actually there was space for more cherries, so in the gaps I put in more cherries. So there's my cake, my lockdown cake, Victoria sponge with the twists. So I'd like to hear from cake makers, do you make your own cake, or are you in the camp where you want nothing to do with cake at all? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, cake lovers.